Ambassador Rice went on those shows and she said that the attack in Benghazi was rooted in protests over an internet video. We now know that that was not true, that in fact the CIA director, former director Morell, just testified last month that, quote, when she talked about the video, my reaction was that's not something the analysts have attributed this attack to. It did not come from the CIA.
All right, you know, Jonathan Karl, you got to give him credit, and welcome to Gimme 5. I want to, in the last hour on Gimme 5, we played John King and CNN and Ron Fournier and Julie Pace really saying, hey, we need answers. There is something here. What is the White House hiding? This hour's Gimme 5 Part 1, next hour's Gimme 5 Part 2 of this 8+ minute exchange between Jonathan Karl and Jay Carney at the White House press briefing yesterday. Jay Carney was bad. Not as bad as the woman in the State Department, Psaki, but he was bad. Watch.
The fact of the matter is, there were protests in the region. The talking points cited protests at that facility. The connection between protests and video, and the video turned out not to be the case, but it was based on the best information that we had, and the fact that there were protests.
It was not based on what the CIA was saying,
John,
Jay.
I would point you to, I understand
This is what Morell said just last month. That when he heard that, he said that is not something our analysts have said. So that now we see came from the White House. Right?
John, no, you're wrong.
All along, the White House has been saying that the CIA was the ones who told Susan Rice that the video, and the director of the CIA at the time, Morell, testified, no, we never said that. And now this smoking gun memo comes out, and Jay Carney doesn't know what to say. And Karl pursues.
If you look at that document that we're talking about today was about the overall environment in the Muslim world. The protests outside of Khartoum, the embassy in Khartoum, outside of the embassy in Tunis, the protests outside of the embassy in Cairo. These were big stories. This was a big problem, and this was an ongoing story through that weekend when Ambassador Rice appeared on the Sunday show. So,
okay. But that's not what the memo said. I mean, that's not what the memo said. And even if you give Jay Carney the benefit of the doubt here, folks, that smoking gun memo from Ben Rhodes was about the entire region, where did Susan Rice come up with it? Because this was the White House that wrote it. The CIA had nothing to do with it. Now he's going to continue to try here, but Karl is continuing to press. Watch.
John, let me finish.
Shows say that the attack at Benghazi was rooted in a protest over the video? That's what she's said.
I know that you and I are both in a different time zone right now, but we're still in April of 2014, and this is a discussion about what she said and what turned out to be the case that we have had dozens of times in this room.
All right, now let's end it with this next one, where he definitively once again says, Carney does, that this email that was discovered by Judicial Watch was not about Benghazi, which is just mind-boggling. The chief of investigations for Judicial Watch, who was on with us exclusively yesterday, upon hearing that, said Jay Carney is a liar. Watch this.
The implication is that we were somehow holding back information, when in fact we were simply saying what we thought was right. And when elements of that turned out not to be true, we were the first people to say so. It was based on what we knew at the time.
Why were you holding back this information? Why was this email not turned over to the Congress? Why was it not released when you released all the other emails? This is directly relevant. Why did you hold it back?
John, again.
Why did it take a court case for you to release this email?
John, I can say it again and again, and I know you can keep asking again and again. This document was not about Benghazi.
There you go. The document was not about Benghazi. And credit to John Karl. Credit to John Karl. Now, that's the end of part one of this Gimme 5 series, if you will, a two-part series to be continued towards the end of the next hour. Next hour is Gimme 5, so make sure you stick around. We'll have more of Carney and Karl on the Steve Malzberg Show on Newsmax Television.